So we are back with He Say, She Say, and we got a great episode. By the way, it's your girl Michee.
Hey, and it's Pip.
And we're back for the episode talking about dating do's and don'ts. And, you know, Pip is married, so he can offer some marriage do's and don'ts or like helpful hints with marriage. I don't know. I'm not married. I'm single.
It's some things with dating, fellas, you need to know. I thought this was common sense.
It's not.
But speaking with Michee, you know what I'm saying? She put that out there that some of y'all need some guidance. And oh my gosh, the story she's got, I've got to set y'all fellas straight so these ladies are not having these terrible dates. So we're going to get y'all straight to this.
Okay, so as a single woman in 2018, I'm going to go down the list on a couple of my pet peeves, and Pip, you can pipe in when you need to and maybe offer some men some perspective, or even the women offer us from what the male is thinking. I don't know. But here's the thing in 2018, texting.
Oh.
You cannot get to know me and really show me that you're interested if all you want to do is text. We got FaceTime nowadays. You know what I'm saying? All these, what's that, Marco Polo, Skype. We got all these things, but all you want to do is text. I'm sorry, that's a problem for me. And that's one of my biggest turnoffs.
So let me say this, fellas. You got to pick up the phone and call. There's nothing like a phone call. Pick up the phone, call the woman, talk to the woman. This is how you're going to gather your intel as to how to come up with the proper date for this particular young lady. So the only way to come up with the most masterful date is to talk to her, not text. You got to talk to her, because the more a woman talks, the more you find out about her, the more you figure out what type of date she's going to love.
And not only that, you get to know, text is very hard to gather and figure out the tone. Sometimes you don't know the tone. Maybe she's has a great sense of humor, but you can't pick that up in certain texts because you can't hear the tone of her voice. You can't hear the inflections. You can't hear when she's maybe had a bad day that day or something. Talking on the phone, you get to know a person, at least get to hear their voice.
And if you FaceTime or something like
even
that,
FaceTime,
you can see her reaction and stuff.
Now, I'm going to say now, FaceTime is a hit or miss.
Okay.
If I've been really into the guy before, and I used to love it when he FaceTime, because he was the first person that did that. And I'm like, wow, he wants to see me when he's talking to me. And then he, would give me compliments. Oh, you look really pretty today. And I'm like, oh, shoot. He like that. FaceTime kind of now, if it's a person that maybe you end up regretting giving your number to, then FaceTime could kind of turn into a nightmare.
Gotta put that block on.
Yeah, you gotta block them. But no, FaceTime I think is pretty cool because you get to see the person, and it's different than, it's a little more than just talking on the phone.
So let me ask you this. What is happening on these dates? First of all, what is happening to where these dates are just so bad with these cats in 2018 where they're not coming through with a proper date?
Well, it's not even the point that the dates are bad. It's the point of can we get to an actual date? Not the Netflix and chill. Not the, it's 7, 8 o'clock. Let me call you tonight. What you want to meet up tonight? Here's my next thing. Planning. Okay. It would be one thing if we had been, involved for a little while, some months or whatever, and we already like, hey, come over to the house, or like, yeah, let's just go. What you want to do tonight? You feel like going somewhere? That's one thing. But in the beginning, I'm going to need you, like, first of all, I had a life before you came along. I had plans, things that's already on my calendar for the weekend, friends coming into town, me going out of town, me having other obligations. So just because I met you right then doesn't mean that, come Friday, you call me and say, hey, I want to meet up with you. No, I need you to let me know in advance.
So this sounds like fellas got to start respecting people's time.
Yes, respect people. And then me, I'm a single mother. So the fact of the matter, if I am making time for you, that's huge for me. Because I have a million things going on with myself, things going on with my son. So it's like, if I made the time if I'm telling you, hey, let me know. You know, you say they're like, oh, when am I gonna see you again? Hey, just let me know. I'm available. I'll make the time. Just let me know. What are you trying to do? I have to make decisions 24/7. I'm the head of my household. Unfortunately, I'm a single mother. I got my son. I'm making decisions. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the decision maker all the time. And I know we have these independent women. Fuck that. I don't like that shit. I know y'all. Sorry, women. Y'all can say independent woman all y'all want, but that shit is for the birds. Okay. I want a man to come in and make a decision. Do not put another decision on me and make me plan a meetup or a date.
So basically, man up on this date.
Yes.
Make a decision and stick to it.
Just say, hey, it could be fair. It could be even Wednesday. It don't have to be like all the way into Monday or Sunday, but it could be on a Wednesday. Hey, I really want to take you, or even Thursday. I want to take you out tomorrow night, Friday, or Saturday night.
Okay.
Maybe around 7 or 8. You think you'll be available? Yes. You know what? Let me move some stuff around.
Okay.
I'll make time, and we can go do that.
So, the first issue I'm hearing is it's a lot of, can I just come through and kick it?
Yes, you have those. You have those. That is not a date.
And then the second thing,
you cannot come through because I don't know you.
And the second thing is, they're not really planning. They're calling you last minute.
And to me, that shows like a lack of respect, a lack of interest. To me, it shows more interest and effort. Like, dang, he really wanna take the time to show me a good time, take the time to get to know me because he planned something out.
I almost feel like a last resort situation.
Yeah, like, oh, well, my plans fell through with my homie, so it's about 8 or 9. You want to meet up?
Okay.
Type thing. Like, nah, it's not cool.
Let me say this to the fellas that are listening. It is so important that you show a woman that you're willing to carve out time in your life. So that's the biggest thing a man can give up, ladies, is his time. Don't waste his time. Like, y'all don't want y'all time wasted. We can't stand to have our time wasted. So fellas, if you want to show a woman, hey, I'm interested in you, I like your vibe, you take the time out to carve some time to take her on a great date. Now here's the thing. You know you want to go out on the weekend, call her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like she was saying, and say, hey, let's go out this weekend. I'll pick you up at this time, be on time, and already have in your mind what you're going to do that day. If she asks, hey, what are we going to do? If you're going somewhere formal, just say, hey, put on your best dress. If you're going somewhere and you're going to do something active, say, hey,
and fellas,
you might want to wear some athletic clothes.
Let me just say, this is why he's married, okay? This is why he's married now. How many years y'all been married?
Be 10 years next year.
10 years. This is why.
10 years next year.
Tell him some more.
So again, just surprise her. Just the element of surprise is great. My uncle used to always tell me, don't let a woman know your every move, right? So there's so many ways you can take that. So, you know, call her up and say, hey, I want to go do this weekend or this Monday or whatever. And when she asks where we going, just be like, hey, baby, just ride. I got you. But hey, make sure you got something like this on.
Or tell me how to dress.
Right, make sure you're dolled up. If y'all gonna do something adventurous, hey, you might want to just put your hair in a ponytail. You might just go to the park or do something. I don't know, but just keep it fun, man.
And it's not that hard to even do that. Y'all make plans with your friends. Y'all know, oh, it's the NBA Finals. We gonna be here watching the game this night.
Ladies,
it's not that hard.
Ladies,
to do
let me clue you in on something, ladies. If he gives a damn, he'll take his time and plan it. Now, I'm not saying every date is gonna be spectacular, but if he gives a damn, he's gonna take the time out to say, okay, man, I want to make sure this day goes smooth. So I'm a plan 2 or 3 things to do. I'm gonna have a backup plan for the backup plan.
And I think that's the problem. A lot of men maybe just don't give a damn because it's like, okay, if she ain't with the Netflix and chill, I'm gonna call this girl over here because she'll let me slide through. I think with dating, like social media, the dating apps, and everything, that is too much access to other women, and I just don't think they give a damn.
It's a lot of access to other women, but even those women want a nice date.
Some of them,
some
of them ain't nice women.
Oh yeah, some of them is come through type chicks.
Some of them, it's a little bit.
But if you one of those women or not.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't settle for that.
But no, yes, exactly.
Right.
But I'm saying it's like, damn, a lot of them I'm finding don't give them, like, okay, I'll tell you what happened to me this week. So, and actually, he's a nice guy.
Real life story, y'all.
He's a nice guy, but I end up blocking him the other day. So, and not even because I don't know. So let me just tell you. So, you know, he's saying, when am I going to see you again? Da 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 da. And to me, it's just like, if you want to see me again, just tell me. And just tell me to come, you know, hey, I want to take you here, or like meet me up here. Like make a plan. Tell me. So this is what, like Monday, Tuesday,
all right,
earlier this week that he told me that, okay. I said, okay, well, just let me know what you're trying to do. Like trying to give him the hint again, because I told him up front, my time, you know, I got a lot going on, but I will make time to hang out. Just let me know. I said, I'll make time with you. Like, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm pretty upfront and just letting them know, like, I'm not and I have to, because it's like, okay, look, they'll try it. Oh, Friday night comes. They'll be like, hey, let's go hang out. I can't do that.
So would it have been more appropriate for him to go, hey, you know, I want to see you again. Hey, when can I see you again?
And I told, okay, and that's what he said. He was like, when am I going to get to see you again? I said, you know, I mean, I'm available this weekend or whatever. What you got planned? I mean, what do you want to do?
So then he could have said, okay, how about Saturday?
Yeah, but he didn't.
Okay.
But he didn't.
So he didn't know how to follow up.
Yeah, he didn't.
Okay,
so it's like, okay, you said that. I done told you. Let me know. I don't really have nothing going on this weekend.
Okay.
Never heard nothing back. Then Friday night comes. And mind you, I already told him, let me know. I plan it. I mean, I'll be available.
Right.
So Friday night comes, it's like about like 9 o'clock or something. Or I don't know the exact time, but it was around the 8-9 o'clock hour, like time where I could have already been getting ready to go somewhere to meet you. But then it's like you telling me, Dad, he was like, dang, this would be a perfect night to, that's what it was. He said he might be having to watch his nieces or nephews or something. Right. And so I was like, okay, I guess maybe he gonna have them for the weekend, because he was trying to give his sister or somebody a break. So I'm like, well, I guess he's not available. So I kind of just like backed off. But then Friday come, I guess she canceled or something. Right. And he was like, what about, you know, this would be a perfect night for us to meet up because they're not coming. I'm like, well, I can't do that right now, because number one, it's like 9 o'clock. And then number two, I was like, but we could try for tomorrow. But I left it open. I said, we could try for tomorrow, even though I had a friend in from out of town this weekend. That she already knew she was been coming. So I was making plans to be with her anyway. But I said we could try for tomorrow. Maybe I'll just hang out with my friend during the day and we can meet up later that night. And so never heard nothing back. Nothing back. So I said, you know what? Block.
So he missed like 2 opportunities. The first opportunity he missed is when you said you're available next week.
Yeah, I'm available for the weekend. Let me know.
So, fellas, here's one thing. Woman tells you she's available next weekend. Just go ahead and jump on that right then. Hey, so Saturday you want to meet up for brunch or whatever, okay?
And it can even be a daytime, nighttime. I mean, it don't always have to be.
Just jump on it right then. And then the second thing is, let's say that you did have plans and you weren't sure during the week. Keep a posted like, hey, you know, like you said, I'm going to be watching my nieces and nephews, but I keep you, you know, up to date on what's happening. If those plans change and you really want to see her, be like, look, I really wanted to see you tonight. I know you got your son or whatever. So
and he didn't, and that's the thing, he didn't even mention. I even asked him because I thought he had him. I'm like, you know, you being Uncle Mom over there, how's it going? Oh no, they didn't even end up coming. It's Friday. You ain't never said nothing.
So you should have let me tell you what I would have did. This is what I would have did. When I called and my plans would have changed, and I know you're not a person to do something at the last minute, I'd have did some slick shit. And I'd have called and be like, hey, I know this is last minute. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. Look, I'm finna stop. Get your favorite food right quick. Just let me bring it to you, drop it off. All I want to do is see you.
Boy, that's why you married me.
That used to be my move. That used to be my move.
You bring a woman some food, she's like, I want to marry you today.
I just want to see you. That's just be my thing. And then just take the food over there. Don't even go into the house. Say, look, all I want to do was see you here. You're on my mind. I'm sorry. It's so much going on. And then leave. The goal is to stay on her mind. That's
and you bring me my favorite food. I'm like, oh my God.
Y'all might say it's simping, but it ain't.
As soon as you pull off, I'm calling my friend like, girl, he done brought me my food.
Yeah, just let her know, like, look, I'm not too busy. Whatever's going on, I'm going to carve out some time. Mm-hmm. Get in your car, run and get something to eat and say, hey, you know you got a lot going on with your kids or whatever you got happening. Hey, here goes something. You got to make sure you say, all I want to do is at least see you. And just don't ask for nothing after that. Don't go in the house. Just get in your, as hard as it's going to be.
That's how you make a girl. That's how you make a girl fall in love with you.
I'm trying to tell you, trust me. And ladies, when somebody does that,
you got to say thank you. Like, I so appreciate it. Take note. Take note of it and make sure you say thank you. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, because dudes don't be doing that.
Yeah.
So if he's taking the time out, man, I'm really trying to get with her. Anytime he can carve out to see you, he gonna do it. Mm-hmm. He's gonna do it. That's when you're talking about dating. Okay, my grandfather used to call it courting. Okay.
Yes, they don't do that no more.
So it's like, okay, hey, we can't go out on a date this weekend. I don't have anything planned. It's still little things you can do to keep her mind on you the entire time. Mm-hmm. Whereas if she see you doing that, she'll make a greater effort to carve out more time for you. So if you're like, man, every time I call her, she got this going on, she got that going on. If she see you making the effort, trust me, she's going to try everything in her power, like, to see you.
Oh my God, yes. It's the truth. That's the truth. It's the truth. But see, that's exactly why old boy got blocked, because I'm like, you ain't making no effort. I'm not I'm too tired. I got too much going on. I'm not gonna waste my time, and I'm not gonna teach you how to date or how to court. I'm not gonna teach you that. I don't have time. I'm too old. Like, I don't have time.
Man, you got to start talking to the OGs too, fellas. You got to talk to the guys. You got to talk to cats, and this gonna sound crazy, 50, 60, even 70 years old. Talk to the old players, man. Like, they will drop some knowledge on you about how to, quote unquote, court a woman, or how to have an excellent date, or how to just make a damn decision. Like, make a decision. Like, it just shows that you're not weak when you can say, hey, we're going here. This is where we're going.
And women eat that shit up. We eat that up like, oh my gosh, he just told me to be ready. He told me to come on, and he took me here, and I ain't have to do nothing. I ain't have to plan nothing. Like, we eat that up. Like, we love that.
And if you talking to her instead of texting, you already know where she want to go. Mm-hmm. It shows that you're listening. So if she say she likes seafood, don't take her ass to a steakhouse. She likes seafood. Your job is to get online, Yelp or something, and find a seafood place that's within your budget and take her there. Mm-hmm. Like,
and I want to point something out when you said about bringing the food and leaving.
Yeah.
Because when you first date, and here's another problem I run into, too many men want to try to come over. And it's like, I don't even know you. And you trying to come into my home where I live and sleep and where my peace and my sanctuary is. So I need men also to understand that from as old as I can remember, girls are taught to look out in their environments for certain types of things, certain types of men. Right. To say, is anybody in the family touching you or doing something inappropriate? Absolutely. Don't go to the bathroom by yourself. Go out in groups. Don't go out by yourself. At least go with a buddy, a friend, whoever. Don't leave your drink on the table. We've been programmed to be cautious and have our guard up when it comes to men. Don't bring a man to your home. Don't go to his home immediately if you just met him. Stuff like that. And these are the things that we always have been taught to follow. So it's like the fact that to me, when a man asks to come to my house and I just met him, to me that's disrespectful, like off top. So you don't even care that I'm a woman by herself. You don't want to make me feel comfortable. You want to impose yourself in my comfort space.
That's so well put.
It's very disrespectful to me, and it's really a turnoff. It's just like, you obviously don't have no women that you care about in your family. Would you want your little sister having some random dude come up in the house and just chill for the first, and she just met him? I don't like that.
I love the fact that you said that, because it is dangerous. So, fellas, you got to understand that, hey, she ain't trying to hide nothing at this point. If y'all just met, she trying to feel and make sure you not crazy.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's
pretty much,
that's fair.
And make sure I feel. And it would be different if maybe it was a mutual friend of another friend, and y'all knew each other that way, or got introduced that way. But if you like a complete stranger, it's like, bruh, I don't know you. Like, I need you to take some time with this.
So it's a good. Now, fellas, if y'all don't mind inviting her over to your crib, which I don't advise.
I still wouldn't do that because it's like you got me in your territory, and I don't know how to get out.
Which I don't advise, especially if she turned out to be crazy. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, she might be crazy too.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Find some type of neutral ground or something. After a couple of dates, you feel comfortable or whatever. Then then you could get into the, hey, you want to come over for dinner type situation. But not off the bat.
And then I think too, another thing that women are programmed to think is like, okay, he invited me over, he trying to come over, he just want to have sex.
Now let me say this. Get that out your head, women.
Why? Because it happens. It's like if y'all got wine flowing and y'all watching, let's say y'all comfortable watching a movie, here comes the hands rubbing and moving up and doing all that stuff, and it's like, he just want to have sex.
It goes down. You know what? Let me give you this pointer here, and I'm just giving up all the game. So a great way to do that is what time of day you asking her to come over. So let's say, hey, why don't you come over for lunch? Let me cook for you. Now, that don't mean he ain't gonna try to do something at noon, but the atmosphere is light outside. It's a little bit different. It's, hey, come through. I'm cooking or whatever. Come have some lunch. Come have some brunch, and then you go on about your day. It's a way to get her in your environment and feel comfortable before you hit her with the slick move and say, come over for dinner. Maybe a week or two down the road at night. The whole goal is to get her comfortable.
Yeah.
So hey, come on through, girl. I'm frying some chicken. Come on through. What's the deal? Just come get something to eat. It's light outside. You know what I'm saying? Come through. Let her come through. Y'all conversate, kick it. Now, if she decides to stay, that's on her.
Now, here's another question. Okay, at what point do you get to the point where you're actually asking her to come over, or you're asking to come over? Because if you're trying to do that off top and you haven't even taken me out anywhere at all, that's a problem.
If you haven't taken it anywhere, you shouldn't be asking to come to us. That's first off. I used to just wait. I'd have to wait long, but
I think you can kind of gauge like when you can, but if that's the first go-to, no.
I was normally asked, can I come through?
Yeah, let the woman ask.
Yeah, I was
because she know when she feel comfortable, and she know when she wants you to come over.
And it's usually just to be nosy. You know, that's what's going on. Let me snoop through his crib or whatever. Well, come on through, because I'm not.
Oh, you mean she asked to come to your place? I never asked a dude to come over like that.
Like weeks down the line, what you doing? I'm chilling. You ain't got nothing going on? Nope, I'm up here straight chilling. Now, this is the ultimate prize. Let me just say this: when they ask you, can they come over to your spot?
When the woman asked the man to come over.
Yes, that is my goal. My goal was to always to get her to want to come see me. And how did I do that? By keeping myself on her mind. All that shit I just talked about, right? So if I asked you to come through, it was because I was literally around your spot. And was like, hey, you feel like some company?
See, but that's kind of how I am. I don't just be sitting at home and be like, I want to come over but see, no, not in a dating. If we're like exclusive and we in a relationship, then yeah, hey, I'm going to come over today. But I've never done that.
I used to get, hey, what's up? I'm chilling. What's going on? You feel like some company? Hell yeah, come on. Come through. But I don't think I've done it in a long time. I'm just good at anticipating this is about to happen. So you just clear your calendar out because it's gonna happen, right? Because it would get to the point where he ain't gonna ask to come over, he ain't gonna ask to do this, that, and the third. For the majority of the time, I would wait for the woman to ask me, can she come through? And it was always in passing, like I'm at this particular mall, I'm down the street, I'm with some friends. I'm
Well,
at a
see,
party.
that's what I do. Like, oh yeah,
Right.
like oh, I just got out. Like I'm already out.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay,
I'm
I
like,
can come
yeah,
through.
come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
through.
yeah. But not me
Come
just
through.
sitting at home.
But-
Like, I want to come over.
But that lets you know she's comfortable with me.
Mm-hmm.
So once I get that confirmation of she actually come to my spot, I know I didn't put any pressure on her to go to her house or anything like that. When they ask me, hey, can I come through? Oh, most definitely you can come through. Why? Because, okay, now subconsciously you just told me you're comfortable with me.
Mm-hmm.
You trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got you. Come on.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, got you, bitch. And like come through, right?
Right.
So, like, that's another thing, too, man. Like, now we talking about grown folks stuff. You know, we ain't talking about no kitty love, man. We talking about grown folks stuff. People got shit to do, man. So when somebody call you and say they got a little bit of time, yeah, say come through. Mm-hmm. Now, in a woman's instance, fellas, I don't know when to tell you to ask a woman, can you come through? I used to just go with my gut.
Mm-hmm.
I could, over time, I'd be like, hold up, man, I ain't been to her house. I don't know if she nasty. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see how she get down at the crib. So, yeah, so I just usually go with my gut. And, again, you want to get the woman comfortable enough with you to where she wants to come to your crib. But, again, asking a woman to come to her house, you kind of get a vibe when a woman wants you to come through.
Mm-hmm. And if you ain't got that vibe and you ask, you probably just messed everything up.
Yeah.
And she probably looking at you like, what makes you even think that you need to even ask me
Yeah,
that?
and it's a good time to ghost her. It's just a good time to ghost her. But you'll get a good, don't waste time. I'm not telling you to waste time, fellas, but I am saying you'll get a good vibe as to, you know, when, okay, she's comfortable with me coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can go, hey, you know. Man,
Another thing I want to touch on too is with that, it's like once the woman is comfortable, be consistent. Be that same person that you were to get her comfortable with you. Be that same person after she is comfortable and you're comfortable. Because the problem is you get comfortable. Some of these men and women get comfortable way too quick.
Yeah.
And then start like just,
I can say that for
I
married.
don't know, just be consistent.
For married couples, fellas, the dating don't stop when you get married. It just escalates.
That's what I'm saying.
So like when you get married, you still dating your wife. You still gotta be.
That's what Chris Rock said on his special. Like,
hey,
all y'all supposed to be doing is what he say, eating
and fucking
and doing shit together.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, that's it. And, you know, it don't stop. So you know, the dates get a little bit more extravagant. It's travel. It's just a lot. So it don't stop. So if you think you're gonna stop dating once you find your significant other, you're not. The dating still continues, and again, life happens. But fellas, you still gotta carve out that time.
Yeah.
To take your woman on a date, and ladies, likewise, you know, do something for your man from time to time. But right now, I'm just talking for a guy's perspective. Like, just because you called her, if you're trying to keep her, you still got to do those things that you did to when you snagged her. You know, so you're still gonna be dating. That's why you hear a lot of couples say we got date night, just to remember what it was just like for just those two to be together. Because you have kids, etc. You turn to mom and dad and
work
and
stuff
work,
getting away.
and then you know you still got to date your spouse in order to remember, hey, this is how we are when it's just us. Because one day your kids will be gone and you'll have that career where you're not working for somebody or whatever.
And from what I've heard and seen on TV, because I'm not married, but what I've heard is like when couples, they have kids, everything becomes about the kids. We got to do this with the kids. And then when they leave, they don't forgot they don't know what to do with each other.
Yeah,
they don't forgot how to interact. So
they're confused. They don't know how to communicate without the kids being in the house.
So guess what, guys? It never ends.
Never stops.
You gotta keep dating me.
yeah.
Keep taking me out.
I hate to put it out there, fellas, but it don't stop. And same thing, ladies. Whatever you was doing to get that man, continue to do that. You know, it just shows the effort. And even though you know he ain't going nowhere, still do it anyway.
And then a personal thing of mine, and this is not to project on anyone else, but some women, I think, get like way too comfortable in their presentation, in their appearance.
Man.
Once they get a man. Now, I'm not trying to say that women, we got to just be supermodels every day, but men are visual creatures. And if he met you a certain way and fell for you a certain way, it may behoove you. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we have kids. Our bodies change. I get that. But just because your body's changed doesn't mean you still can't look good. Just because I know we get a little tired, too. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I look like a straight up bum. But at least I have the comfort of being by myself in my room.
Well, you know what?
But I want to make it a point, when I do get married, I want to make it a point not to let myself go. I want him to still look at me and think I'm beautiful and remember who I was when he met me. And I want to make the effort to show him, hey, I'm still trying to look good for you. Man, and for myself, really for myself. But I want to look good for him, too.
It's so good you said that. It's so good you said that, because that does happen. Like, I'm going to speak for myself personally. I'm exercising now just to fit into a suit I wore when I got married. You see what I'm saying? Now, some might say that's just silly. But, I mean, in my mind, my wife ain't going nowhere. But I can't think like that.
And women, you can't afford to think like that either.
I have to think in a reality of, okay, what can I do to keep self-improving? So, let me exercise and get in shape. Why not? 90 days, right? Get in shape and show her, hey, I would love to say that, I'm getting in shape for health reasons. Okay.
Yeah. But okay. Yes, because we are getting older, but
it's really 50% to look good for my woman, for myself, etc. And the rest is health, you know.
People
and so I'm
good.
exercising. So if that was the case, I would stay chubby and kick it, right? But I can't do that. So I'm trying to look as nice as possible. I'm trying to buy the best clothes I can buy to look good, because you want your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, to be proud when they step out with you.
Yep.
You want them to be like, okay, your man got this or your woman got this, but my man and my woman is holding it down too, right? So you want to do that. So there's nothing wrong with keeping yourself up. Damn it, let me say this again. Ladies, fuck, man. Gosh, damn. Like,
it's so crazy you said that, because I've seen, like, exes.
When you step out the house, you are representing who you're with.
And it gives me a self-satisfaction when I still look good and I see exes with their new person and they just come out like any kind of way. It gives me a satisfaction, like,
damn it.
Yes, I'm still looking good even after you. But I want to find a man, like I said, when I have a man, I want to find one that I'm still going to want to look good for him, and I want him to do the same for me. Now, I met you was about 6'2", in shape, athletic build, and then now 5 years down the line, I don't. It goes the same way. It goes the same way.
So you gotta encourage each other.
Yes.
You know when you falling off. You know what you got to do.
You know when your clothes start not fitting.
You don't have to talk to your significant other about that. Your girlfriend, boyfriend.
And don't make them feel bad about it too. No. Like, fellas, don't say, "Oh, you fat. You got fat after the kids."
Go to the gym together.
Yeah.
But just saying, as far as that's concerned. Now, let's rewind that back to the dating thing, right? All this has the same theme: taking time, taking the time out to plan, taking the time out to consider the next person that you're dating, that you're with. So it's all about time. It's all about, like, giving a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna call this woman, not text this woman. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and listen. Okay, this is what she likes. She likes a man that stays in shape. She likes a man that does this, that, and the third. Okay, I could do some of those things. And then get to doing that if you want to be with her, right? If she likes art and you can't stand art. Let me tell you something I did. Okay, I was broke as hell for a lot of these days, okay? So I would just try to find shit that was free that was going on, because I had enough money for the meal and gas. So you got to get creative. So, fellas, this is another thing. Think like you're broke, okay? So I would
And some of that stuff be fun.
Yeah, call up the museum. We're in a free day in this month, right? Call up the museum and do some shit like this. Ask them what exhibits they got going on. They got some this painting, etc. going on. Pull it up on Google. Look it up. Find out the painter's name. I used to go to the.
Oh my God.
I used to go to the. I used to go to the Biggers. The Biggers. John T. Was it? Is it John T. Biggers? Exhibit. Because I went to TSU. So I knew about John Biggers, Jack. So I would go to the museum, the art museum. We walking around. I asked, come on, man, when the last time you been to an art museum? You taking them there, they walking around. Now here's my time to shine. I get to the biggest painting. And I just start spitting the shit I know about art.
And you know what she gonna say? She's like, "Oh my God, he's so cultured. He's so smart. Like, oh my God."
I start
and she ain't even gonna realize that she ain't gonna be thinking that it's a free day. She's gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's like exposing me to something new."
This is what I like to do.
Yes.
Right? This is what I like to do. And just talking about the art and culture and just listen. A lot of guys text you because they lack conversation.
Yeah, because sometimes even in
no game.
That's another thing too. How you gonna text me these couple of words and then I feel like I gotta hold the text conversation? You don't want to text me too.
So listen, it sounds whack. Man, you took it to the museum and you did all. Now listen,
that's
man.
not whack.
I'm thinking out of the box, man. I gotta think out the box because at the time,
because dating can get expensive.
Because I'm broke.
Like you going out to eat to these restaurants,
man.
You talking about drinks, food, maybe a dessert. And then that's not even including what y'all actually gonna go do.
Nope.
So it's like I understand that.
So I'm getting creative.
I can understand that.
And so I would always have what's something I can talk about that she may not know about. You see what I'm saying? What's something she can learn from me? You know what I'm saying? Now, the next date. Oh yeah. Okay. So you just point something out to me. Okay. So let me explain my two types of dates.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because when he first told me about this, I'm like, okay, got some game.
Fellas, these are the two type of dates. And again, I'm giving up game, ladies. So
yes, he is.
I'm gonna lose my player's card, but
you lost that a long time ago.
I did, huh? There's two dates. There's a controlled and uncontrolled date. Controlled and uncontrolled date. Okay. So here's what a controlled date is. For me, after talking to the lady on the phone, right? Gathering my intel. Now, she's used to eating here and going there. A controlled date is where I take her somewhere that I'm familiar with, that she's never been to. You can't go somewhere that she's been to before. It's going to be hard to try to figure it out. But get her out of her element. Yes. Get her out of her element where she has to trust you the entire day. She has to take your lead.
So, can I give you an example of a day? A guy that did that for me. He took me to a gun range. I think we had been talking about it on the phone or something. I said, yeah, I've never been. And so he was like, well, I'll take you. And so he ended up taking me there. And that was like, I had to completely and ultimately trust him because he had his own guns and was showing me about them. But I liked that. Date. I liked it.
That's a great date. So he had to take the lead, right?
Yes.
So you see what I'm saying? That is a controlled date. That is something that you probably never did before. It's something different, right? He has to lead. So now this allows the lady to basically, I don't want to say fall into your arms, but it's like,
sit back and be the woman.
Yeah, just sit back and chill and get to know you, right? Now, here's the winner date. It's called the uncontrolled date, where after you talk to her and you got to know her a little bit, and she mentioned that she likes to do things that you've never done before. Plan the date to do those things, okay? So if she likes, I don't know, rock climbing or ice skating or art or the theater, that's what the date needs to be. And allow her to lead and teach you. Why? Because this shows her, hey, he's willing to listen to me. He will trust me. He's willing to try new things. He doesn't think I'm weird because I do this. Yeah. So you go on these dates and you look silly and you mess up and you look for her for guidance and say, girl, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm with you. Like, show me what to do. That is a fun date. So controlled is where you get her out of her element and where she has to trust you. But I like the uncontrolled a little bit better because it shows that you're willing to go into her world and learn, right? And trust her.
And let me tell you, it kind of like, it does hurt your feeling. Like, as a woman, I had a guy that I was seeing for a little bit, and I said, he was more into football, and at the time my cousin was playing basketball at Baylor, and I'm like, hey, well, do you want to go up there and go to a game my cousin plays? He's like, oh no, I don't watch basketball. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I don't really give a shit about your little race cars you talking about all the time, but I sit there and listen to that shit all the time. No. If you ask me to go to, what's that thing? That the race cars, the big Indy, whatever. If he asked me to go to that, I would still go. Man. So I was kind of like taken aback, like, damn. So you wouldn't even want to just go to a Baylor basketball game?
You can't shoot down what the other person likes. You gotta be open minded.
And for me, that was weird too because he's a dude. Like, dudes mostly would just go see any sport. I thought. Don't
be afraid to look silly. Like, it's okay to say, man, I don't know what this is. What is this? And be prepared to answer questions like, what are they doing that for? Show me how to do this. The uncontrolled date.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it opens up conversation. You don't have to come up with nothing.
Yeah.
She's going to do most of the talking. She's going to want to show you what she enjoys doing because she wants you to come back and do it with her.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, as it gets serious, the things that she likes, you take the time out to try to perfect without her knowing.
Aww.
So,
oh my gosh, you're going to make me call your wife like, girl.
Hey, listen, man. It's not hard. It's like, okay, she likes to cook.
She does.
This,
who done taught you all this?
Old school players, man. That's why I say you got to talk to older cats. They'll tell you, young blood, you're working too hard. This is what you got to do, and that's it. First of all, be a man, lead, and listen. Because
at the end of the day, women, we're sometimes can be high maintenance with like the hair to make. We gotta, but at the end of the day, we're really pretty simple people. Like we, as complex as we like to think we are, sometimes it's a lot of the simple things that will win us over. Effort. Like you said, like effort, consistency. That's it.
Yeah, just like, okay, she likes. I'm just throwing crazy stuff out there. She likes bike riding, right? Okay, she done took me to this trail over here. Let me look up some shit and see, has she done this trail? And then I'm competitive. I'll fuck around and go ride the trail before I ask you to go, just to see what's the hard parts, just so I can show you, I've been on this bike ride thing.
But that's how you know, number one, that a man really is into you and the things that you're into, and then because he's showing the effort and willing to be open to try those things.
And I'm gonna put this out here because I know you're gonna go in on the comments, fellas. One day we'll be shooting live video. And some of you may know who I am.
Some of y'all may know who I am.
Okay, so y'all know the ladies I've dated.
Uh-oh.
I challenge you to ask them, what was a date like with me? I guarantee, even if we broke up or didn't get along, they're going to say I was a hell of a date. That's how arrogant I am. That's how I'm willing to stand on that my conversation game and how I listen and how I had dates. Just ask them, what was your first 3 dates with me? They're going to remember.
I've never dated you, but I've known you since college. Right. And I can say we've maintained our friendship this long because you really, you're just a cool person. You're just a cool person.
Listen, there's a lot of men out there who fight guys like me. Because you have no game.
And let's be clear, game ain't really, because see, I think some people confuse game with you gotta be something you not.
A player.
Or you gotta be a player and have multiple ones. No, it's really just being simple, being honest, and just thinking outside the box.
Be a man.
Like, that's it. And
be
consistent.
A man and lead. Be a man
that's
and lead. But there will be a day where, who knows? We might have a couple of exes on the show. Yeah, I want some exes on the show.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
It'd be like, what's wrong with me? That's what we need to call the show. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, I'd be interested. I've actually asked a couple of people that I've dated before, like, what's the issue? Like, what's the problem? And usually none of them can give me an answer. They're like, well, one of them gave me one talking about compromise. Maybe I was too stubborn, but it was him. It was him. He was the one. That's a whole nother story.
So,
but
fellas,
seriously,
if you're not getting that call back, think about the date you had, and was it the driest date ever?
You know what's crazy that you mentioned what's wrong with me? Because it's like, isn't it crazy? Like, I'll meet somebody new,
right?
And like, depending on how the conversation goes and how they are, how they behave, I can tell immediately, like, this is why. And I do be wondering, like, okay, well, what is it that people think of me when they first meet me?
People scared to ask that though. I'm not.
I'm kind of not. I kind of am, because it's like I am a little sensitive, but at the same time, I be wanting to know. I've asked probably the last couple of people that I've dated over the past, or been involved with over the past, I don't know, say 5 years.
Right.
I've asked them, what is it about me that you cannot, and none of them say it's, the first one says that it's not me, he just have some of his own issues, and I believe it, because he's still on some shit right now. Then the other one, my son's dad, he just was not ready to grow up. I don't think he's even said, like, you know how you meet someone and you know that with them you're gonna have to be better, but you're not kind of ready. He said that out of his mouth.
That was honest.
So, and then this last one, it was just the circumstances in his background and his culture that he had to go a different direction. But and I even asked him, well, why not choose me? It's not even that. It's just he has already an obligation over here that he got to do with his culture, and so that's it. So I think I've grown a lot since my younger years. Have I always made the best decisions when it comes to dating men? Absolutely not. And I've grown a lot. Obviously, you grow up, you experience things, and you try to be, like you said, be the best person you can be. And not only for yourself, but you want to be the best person you can for your future spouse or your future soulmate. You know what I mean? So it's just like, now it's just a matter of finding the right person. That's it.
It will happen, and it all starts again. You know, that first impression is important, fellas. That first impression is so important. So when you're planning these dates, man, really, really make an effort to plan a nice date. You will be amazed at how many women have not been on a decent date.
Hello, hence the reason we're having this conversation. I have yet to have a guy actually, like, really, really plan to where I didn't really have to do anything but clear my schedule and be there.
This boggles my mind, because I know nothing but manhood. I hang around men. They do manhood 365. They don't take no days off. So for me to hear that a man can't plan a date is odd.
You've been out, first of all,
I've been out of commission.
You've been out of commission, but at the same time, like you said, you had older men who obviously were doing men-like things to tell you about that. But I don't know if that's just missing. I feel like also a lot of this reality TV, internet, social media got a lot of people confused out here, honestly, about what reality really is. Because all of this, oh, shorty, I'm gonna come through, and that's not cool. The Creep Squad with Stevie J, that ain't cool.
Creep Squad.
That ain't cool. Like, ain't no, it's funny, don't get me wrong, I like Stevie J. I like watching him on TV.
Hysterical.
But would I ever date him? Hell no. Hell no. But see, he also has a way of doing some slick shit, but people should know. That's like true, like game player, like multiple women type game.
He put it out there.
But I don't know. It's just like, I think a lot of men and women too. Don't get it confused. A lot of women got it twisted too on what's important and what's important in dating. Mm-hmm.
So bottom line is, when you're dating, fellas, man, take the time to plan. Take the time to call a woman and listen.
Be
and
consistent.
I guarantee you, that date's gonna go well, unless she's just an unappreciative woman.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to spend your money on her anyway.
Right.
So again, listen, gather your intel, come up with a player date, and see if it doesn't pay off dividends for you later.
And go ahead and drop a comment. Tell us about one of your best dates or even one of your worst dates or dating experiences. We want to hear about it. And if you have any advice or do's and don'ts that you come across, let us know. And again, it's He Say, She Say with Michee and Pip. And join us next time. Peace.
Peace.